Nothing like a good end of the world movie to distract you from, well, the end of the world. Am I right? Hey up guys! So today on the channel I'm going to be discussing the latest disaster movie, Greenland, which is directed by Rick Roman Woch and is available to watch now on Amazon Prime Video. Speaking of Amazon, I do have some news. I just signed up for the Amazon affiliate program. There's a bunch of links to Amazon products in the video description down below, and if you click on one of those links and buy something, like a free 30-day membership trial of Amazon Prime Video or any of the movies that I recommend, then I get a small percentage of that sale. No obligation, of course, it's just there if you want to help support my channel. And also, I'm running my first charity 10k run on behalf of Alzheimer's Research UK in May, and if you'd like to support me by supporting a charity, there's a link to my sponsorship page in the video description down below as well. Alright, enough of that, let's get back to the review of Greenland. Just a fair warning, there will be mild spoilers in this review. I wasn't expecting much from Greenland, a Gerard Butler-led disaster movie directed by the chap who directed Butler's previous action extravaganza film, Angel Has Fallen. You have certain preconceptions going into a film like this. I thought this was going to be one of those dumb but fun, schlocky survival films like Poseidon, San Andreas, or 2012, and y'all know I love me some fun, campy disaster movies. But surprisingly, Greenland wasn't as schlocktacular as I thought it was going to be. There are certainly schlocky moments in it, but it actually takes itself rather seriously. And I don't know how I feel about that. Because on the one hand, I like that the film put more emphasis on characters than spectacle, but on the other hand, give me the schlock! Call me old-fashioned, but I love the over-the-top CGI action set pieces that we've become accustomed to in these types of movies. I like watching waves capsizing ships, people try to outrun volcano explosions, collapsing cities, and avalanches. Disaster movies often have trouble striking a balance between characters that you actually care about and providing enough exciting action set pieces to please the masses. And so often with more recent disaster movies, it's the action which dominates over meaningful characters. But with Greenland, it's definitely more character-driven than it is action-driven. The basic plot of Greenland is there's this comet which is meant to pass by Earth, however, its trajectory suddenly changes and now it's on target to collide with Earth, which is going to cause a mass extinction level type of event. Dun dun dun! So yeah, it's very Armageddon in plot. Structural engineer John Garrity, played by Gerard Butler, and his wife Alison, played by Marina Baccarin, and their son Nathan, played by Roger Dale Floyd, are selected as part of a shelter relocation program. They have to travel to Greenland to ride out this cataclysmic event in this giant underground bunker. Only thing is, not everyone gets selected for this program, and when word gets out that some people are being saved and not others, it causes mass panic. With the clock running out and the whole world in crisis, will the Garrity family make it to salvation in time? Alright now, so let's talk good and bad stuff. I'll start off with the good. As far as disaster movies go, this one feels very timely. Like, a lot of the stuff that happens in this film really does speak to what's been going on the past year with the COVID pandemic, with people panic buying, acting selfishly, rioting and looting. So yeah, it's very that. Also, the acting in this is pretty great. Normally, I'm not a big Gerard Butler enthusiast, but he turns in a very grounded performance here as John. Marina Baccarin and Roger Dale Floyd are also great in this. They provide the film with a lot of the emotional weight. And speaking of emotion, there is some truly devastating scenes in this, like when John has to refuse this desperate mother who is begging him to take her infant daughter with them to the underground bunker. Having to watch him say no is just brutal. There's also times where the family do become separated, and because the film does put in the legwork to make you care about this family before the cataclysmic event occurs, that you do really worry, are they going to get back together? So the film does get points for emotionality, but as far as negatives go, this film is still guilty of wooden dialogue, bad CGI. Chris Spalling's script has plenty of, well, that was lucky, conveniences, particularly when it comes to vehicles crashing. Like, for instance, there's a scene where this truck crashes next to this grassy knoll for our characters to land on, and then there's a plane which crashes conveniently just about a mere mile away from the Greenland bunker. That was was lucky. So yeah, despite this film's efforts to try and remain grounded in reality, there's definitely plenty of moments which require a lot of suspension of disbelief. And I guess now that I think about it, that is kind of the film's biggest issue. It's a little bit at odds with itself, tonally. It doesn't know if it wants to be a dumb action film or a serious, character-driven survival drama. It wants to be both, and yet it doesn't exclusively belong to either. It's not sure of what it wants to be, so it's a little uncertain and a little bit confused. There were a couple scenes in this where I didn't know how to react. Like, there's a scene with a hammer, and that's all I'm gonna say because I don't want to spoil it for you if you haven't seen it, but if you have seen it, you'll know which scene I'm talking about. And in the climactic moment of this scene, it's meant to be this deadly serious moment, but I ended up laughing. Yeah. And when a serious scene is unintentionally funny, you know something has gone wrong here. So yeah, the final product is a wee bit confused. So let's ask those 3 questions. Firstly, would I watch this again? As someone that has a real guilty pleasure soft spot for disaster films, I don't think I will watch Greenland again. It was alright once, but there was a distinct lack of fun in this film, and it also does feel a bit confused on what it wants to be, so I don't think I will watch this again. Question 2, do I recommend it for you guys? Well, the world is ending, so it does feel very appropriate to watch this film. If you do like disaster movies, then yes, absolutely give it a watch. And there's also a surprising amount of emotion in this film, which is a plus. If you guys do want to watch it, it's available on Amazon Prime Video. If you need a subscription to Amazon Prime, there's a link in the video description down below. And question number 3, what score do I give it out of 10? It's a bit of a muddled movie, but I still got some entertainment value out of it. So I'm going to give Greenland a score of 4.5 out of 10. But as always, guys, it's just one bloke's opinion. I'd love to hear from you guys if you've seen Greenland. What did you think of it? What score would you give it? Whatever you have to say about the film, let me know in the comment section down below. If you guys have enjoyed this video, hit the like button. If you want more movie, TV, and Oscars related content, don't forget to click subscribe. And if you want to follow me on any social media, Twitter, Instagram, or Letterboxd, all those links in the video description down below. Thanks so much for watching, guys. For more things related to movies, TV, and popcorn culture, I'm Luke Airfield, and I'll see you next time.